It's not often you get to shoot at that much net in a game like this. Take me through that play from the pileup of the bodies and the puck squirting out to kind of what you were telling yourself about the right corner there.
Well, since there was a scrum, goalie was off, so I was kind of happy about that. And then I'm not sure if it was Kate or whoever on my team who passed it to me. They made a good pass, and my heart was racing. I was just hoping I wouldn't miss the net, and it ended up going in, so I was happy.
When they went to review, were you concerned at all they might take it away?
I was a little worried, but I was praying they wouldn't.
What was your view of the face of the goal at that point? Was there a corner open or a couple of corners open?
The whole left side had a lot of people on it, so the right, lower, and upper shelf were open, and I got the lower one, so.
Did it take you a while to decide where you were going to go?
I thought for a little bit, but yeah, I just released it. Hope.
Coach, when Egan pulls to within 2-1, what goes through your mind? Are you thinking, okay, the complexion of this game's changed, or you just stay the course?
Yeah, it was interesting dynamic going on there with our team. I thought we played pretty well in the first. Played with a lot of energy, a lot of speed. No idea what happened in the second. To Egan's credit, obviously they made some adjustments and kind of took it to us, and we didn't react real well. I thought we were really, really fortunate to get out of that period that close, 2-1. So it's a fine line, the psyche of the kids. You know, it's a big responsibility. It's a big challenge for them, especially the first day here. And we got a young team, and they hung in there. It wasn't the prettiest game we've played this year, but a good sign.
Tom was in here a minute ago, and he said he really liked your team's effort. He said you guys beat them to almost every puck. Was that a big takeaway from you from this game?
Yeah, and I think we can get better at it. I thought at times we skated the way we can. I think we have a lot more team speed than we showed at times today. But yeah, I mean, everybody asks, what are a couple of the thoughts here going into the game, and one of them is always our competitive spirit and give it your all, even if it's not your best day. And I think that these two actually are a great example of that. So stay the course.
Jessica, you had pretty much an open net to shoot in yourself on the next goal. Same thing. I mean, what did you see develop? Because I don't think the goalie got her head around by the time you were shooting that thing in.
Yeah, I just caught the pass and I looked up and the goalie was off to the side. I didn't really know what was happening, but I saw it open, so I just took the shot and it was in.
Did you feel, I mean, at that point it's 4-1, it's not over, but was that kind of the cushion that you thought you needed to pull through this game with a win?
Yeah, I just keep shooting the puck. I just kept going my hardest, so yeah.
That's good. This is the hardest part.
Well, let's put this ahead to Eden Prairie now. You faced them earlier this year, 2-2 deadlock. I'm assuming that your club's different since that meeting. Is that indeed the case?
I would say totally, and I'm sure Jamie would say the same about his team. The similarities, I think, are ironic a little bit. I mean, they have a really young team. We have a really young team. I think they're extremely fast. I think we're very fast. It makes for a great matchup, I think. But I don't think either coach would disagree that, yeah, we're totally different. Our first 6-8 games are always pretty tough. We were still finding our identity. I think that was even the first game of the year, actually, when we played them. But it'll be a great game for sure.
How are you different?
How are we different? We've definitely evolved as a team. Early on in the season, we had number 19, Kenzie Prater, played D, and she's a fantastic defenseman, but we really struggled scoring goals the first phase of the season, that first month or so. And when we switched her to center, it just changed the whole dynamic of the team and gave a lot of the other players a lot of confidence, and really changed our focus and our season and our confidence. And all of a sudden, the young ones were feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger out there, and good things started to happen. They've been on a nice roll here.
Last two games for you guys, you finished well. Ends of the game, third period, both were very strong. Is it conditioning? Is it coaching? Is it effort, or what are you seeing at the end of the game?
I'll put coaching last. I'm not sure I put it on the list. Or I'll give it to my assistants. But the effort and the conditioning level of our team is always, we take a lot of pride in that. We work extremely hard during the season and kind of, you know, plan out the calendar when if it's finals week, there's no sense in working that hard that week because they're toast. You know, we plan well. Cesare Engstrom, our assistant, trains them hard on, you know, once a week in the dry land and things like that, and it pays off. And we practice extremely fast, high tempo practices, and that's the style of play we preach. And I think it's paid off in the third period. We usually start well and end well. Second period's been a bit of a mystery, but as long as we end well, that's all that counts.